All right, hello and welcome back again as we prepare for another Prism League game. Our only one for the night, and as of now, we have none tomorrow night either, so we will have to take advantage here. But hopefully, this is a game to let that happen as we are about ready to go soon, hopefully. Just sending out the info, and then we'll get our teams in. Now, I will also point out, playing a couple games before this, I did have moments where lag was a bit of an issue. So hopefully that doesn't affect the stream, but if it starts lagging very suddenly, you'll know why, and hopefully it doesn't last long. Turn that off. Accidentally put that back on. All right, and why don't we go through our schedule? As we've said, a one game played. I think those top two definitely are ones to focus on. But this one's also another good test. We'll see how Hanoi look, and then we'll see if the Wave are back in form. So I think this is absolutely going to be an interesting one, where we have the Wave trying to reassert themselves as one of the best teams, if not the best team, and Hanoi trying to show that they can take down those teams trying to be in the top echelon. So definitely a fun test for both sides. I think those top two maybe surpass it in terms of being close games, but hey, we'll see. Halio's Halio. As we now look over to our standings, still only that one undefeated team. Of course, will not change after this one. Currently, that one team locked into being unwinning after this week, and Kyoto still yet to play. And then, as always, we have that mess in the middle with still seven. Yep. Yep. 7 teams at 2-1. So that is a mess of a tie that we're going to see shift around after this week. But we'll enjoy it while it's here. As we can then move over to our stats, it is still Stim and Andy leading the stats for their team. Stim because Halio has missed a series, and Andy is tied in stats with Appa, but I chose to go with him. Averages in favor of St. Petersburg, but not that far apart between them. Then when you look at records, again it is number 4 versus number 7, but I think the Wave is still the favorite. As you can see, they have the same record and the loss streak just in different, or the result streak, I guess I should say, in different directions. And we have the one win for the Hydras following a loss to Lincoln 2 weeks ago, and the one loss to Lincoln last week for the Wave after 2 straight wins to start the season. So by that, you could say opposite directions. I think both of these teams' losses are to Lincoln, so that says a lot about where that stands. And yeah, I just think, like I've said several times, this is kind of a testing ground for both of these teams. Hanoi trying to get a big win. Obviously, they've taken down New York. They've taken down. Who did they play last week? They've taken down Florida. Both of those, especially Florida, are quality results. I mean, even if you don't respect the New York result in terms of the team, still the resilience to get that reverse sweep says a good amount about the team. So definitely stuff to respect in those results, but those teams aren't the Wave, the Scallops, the Rednecks, those sorts of teams. Houston, who will remain up at the top of the standings. So solid wins for them thus far, but as they start to play those upper tier teams, they need to start finding the wins as well. Meanwhile, for the Wave, of course, 7th, a lot lower than they'd want to be in, falling from first last week. And so they just kind of want to right the ship. Obviously, for a team like them, a couple losses shouldn't shake them. But if they want to have that respect and have that position at the top of the table, they do need to get their wins back in order. Now, we are waiting on one team to join, and I did send the info, so hopefully they get in soon. As far as making a prediction, as I alluded to, I think it's definitely safe to go with the Wave for a prediction. And it's, see, every time I want to predict it, which isn't every time, but is a good amount, it just feels like, oh, I'm not really answering. I really would go Wave 3-1. I think Wave should still be the favorite here, that I put this team above Hanoi, just especially based on what we've seen thus far. But at the same time, I still think that Hanoi, especially with Halio and with how well Stim has been playing, this team's good enough to take a game at least off the Wave. So I think the Wave could show up, play their game, get a sweep. I think this could go 5 games. I think Hanoi could find the upset. But just in terms of prediction, I favor the Wave enough to go with them confidently. But I still think Hanoi are good enough to get something back. So that's why I would go with a Wave 3-1, just to throw a prediction out there. Well, I think you're too late, Couch. So, because we are still waiting on one team to get in their call and in the game. Hopefully that happens soon. As it's been a bit of a wait, but we do now have everyone back in. And so we should be good to go, I believe, as we finally load in game number 1. It'll be Hanoi in purple, Wave in blue. We roll forward here as we set the stakes. Both these teams sitting at 2-1 in that big tie, but it's Appa for the first goal. They make the Hydras wait, but they don't want to wait at all. Appa 7 seconds in with a bump from Andy, able to put that shot across the line. As I was trying to set though, both these teams wanting this win. Put them in a great spot to continue up the standings. Meanwhile, for the loser, obviously not a season ender, but a bit of a reset as Andy off kickoff again, but it's blocked away by Stim. Now this one, though, it's just back in from the corner. Apparently, they have all the momentum because the Wave, in 23 seconds, already have 2 goals, both on Appa. Side again. Stim, another clear forward. On the outside again. Off the back wall. Mincy's there. There's one back. Hydras will not wait long. And they get one back. Now 2-1. Back to a 1-goal game. So in 35 seconds, already 3 total goals on the board. This one's pushed over to the right side. Mincy trying to clear it forward. It's around the outside again. High in the air. Christian is up. Gets the reset down. Looking for another shot. It's up off the bar. Appa's there. It's in. Hat trick in 50 seconds for Appa. And it's 3-1 for the Wave. They continue to run away with this game number 1. They might give one up, but they get it right back, and the lead stays at 2. Now Halio trying to air dribble it forward, dropping down, getting it towards net. Now Christian off the right wall again. Mincy. Halio will knock it back down again. Stim looking for the double down. It's off the back wall, bouncing back out. Halio there, up towards the ceiling. Andy now jumping in. It's down off the ceiling. Mincy will get it forward. Halio another, but it's still pinched wide. Now Andy around the outside. Appa trying to pinch it across. Now Stim. Round off the left wall. Christian not able to get it away. Mincy there, not saved. Andy tries to dive, but can't get it out. And it's a 1-goal game again. Appa's bumped away. Andy can't get enough on it. And it's 3-2. Hydras put it close again. This one off the left wall. Halio trying to pop it across. It'll drop down. Now cleared along towards Stim, and he'll blast it back to the midfield. This one tapped backwards by Andy. Christian trying to bounce it out. Andy will catch it down. Now a bump comes through. Mincy up to the back wall. Mincy trying to go, gets beat, but Halio able to get a 50. A little bit awkward, though. Andy will pick it up. Sim now takes it away, but it's free space for the blue side as Appa just takes a shot. And Halio needed to dive back in for it. Now this one's dropping down. It'll be off the corner again. Double demo by Hanoi, but the ball is still in their half. Demos won't lead to much, although Halio now given a bit of space. That's the wrong way. It's a tie game. Halio gifted one as Andy panics and just puts it in his own net. Appa trying to be patient, but wasn't reading his own teammate. And the Hydras have tied the game. Up in the air again. Mincy gonna force it down. No one on it just yet. Christian able to dive by. Sim trying to cut, looking for a pass back. But there's a clear made by Andy. Mincy now up towards the ceiling. It'll be 50'd over to the side again. Now bouncing down. Stim in the air. Cleared away by Christian. Halio now off the back wall. Andy, the wrong way again. Sim is there. Hanoi lead. Andy, way too much power. Beats his own team again. And this time, Stim redirects it home. Now 4-3. Hanoi have scored 3 straight. Christian now up in the air. Halio trying to take it away. Andy now knocking it down. Mincy popping it forward. It's right to Christian, but Mincy gets another dunk. Bouncing down to Appa. He'll get one away. Now Halio down into the corner. Christian trying to follow it around. Gets the 50 down. Now it's Stim looking for the 50. Andy, another one down into the corner. It'll bounce out. Christian blocks his own shot. What is going on? The Wave cannot get out of their own way. An own goal. A pass to the other team. And now a team save. A 3-goal swing as Hanoi still hold a lead. Halio now trying to force it out. Doesn't have enough boost. Trying to put on some pressure. It is cleared away, but Mincy will keep it in the corner here. Now popped out again. Andy has boost, has space. He'll take his time, but Stim removes him. Halio now jumping out with it again. Gets a 50 over to the right side. Mincy waiting on it. Catch up, following downfield. Looking for the shot down in the top right corner. Mincy makes it 5, and it's a 2-goal lead. Perfect placement in the top right. Christian tries to get up, but can't knock it away. And it's a 2-goal Hydra lead. Andy now waiting for this one. Halio pinches it under him. Now up to the ceiling. It'll drop back down. Appa rolling it in. Halio, another one popped away. Mincy not able to get to that one. Christian's there. It's a 1-goal game. Once again, the defense lacking as Christian just walks by Mincy and shoots into an open net. Sim tries to dive back, but not quite there. Halio the same, but just not there either. And with 20 seconds to go, St. Petersburg very much in this, although Sim good control, gets it to the back wall, look for the read, won't get it. Bouncing out, awkward for Mintz. He'll keep it close though. Not able to get a double as it's cleared away by Appa, but Halio will catch it. Low boost, 50s by 2. Low is Christian. He'll get his corner. Sim not able to score it. Halio still low. Another 50. Clock shows 0. Popped up high by Appa. Andy chasing, but he can't keep it alive. Hanoi gifted game 1, but they will take it. Mistakes make the story for the Wave. But for Hanoi, all even in points. Mincy and Halio 3 points apart. Meanwhile, a bit more of a separation for the Wave. Obviously, Appa with more than Hanoi have, but that's about it. As it's Christian with about the same. And it's Andy just kind of not having the same level of impact. Obviously, not a low score getting into the 200s, but still below where you probably want to be. Now, I did maybe see a bit of ping, but that could have just been loading between games as I looked after I readied up. Either way, we do load in game number 2. Hanoi steal the first. But can they do it again? Force definitely did have good threat and did earn a good amount of their goals, but on the other end, the Wave still so threatening. Andy, we called him out last game. This time he'll start with a goal. Christian passes it over and Andy sends it through. Now 1-0. For the second game in a row, the Wave score within the first 10 seconds, but can they hold on to it this time? This one's over into the corner. Appa gets a demo. He'll look for another, but he's bumped out by his teammate. Halio downfield. No one covering the net. It bounces out. Stim is 50'd away. Appa now around the outside again. Gets another one popped out. Mincy up towards the ceiling. Halio in the air. Gets the flip. Gets the shot. It's wide. Demo by Stim will do nothing as it's cleared to the midfield again. Mincy will get it back forward, but it's not that much threat for now. Christian trying to pass it down to Andy, taken away by Mincy. Rather, that was by Stim, but not going to turn into much. Stim now up for this one again. Turns into a triple fake as 3 players can't get it. This one passed down. Mincy loses the 50. Halio is behind him, but low boost has to give it up as Christian will take control. Now down from the ceiling again. Andy boost stolen. Mincy shot. Mincy goal. Tied again. 1-1. Hanoi fight back again. The boost is stolen and no one can get to the net as Mincy slots it off the post and in. Now one forward though, and off kickoff it's just in again. This time it's Christian, and it's 2-1. Wave retake their lead. Just a bit too aggressive all around for Hanoi. And no one's able to block it. Sim leaves the kickoff into a bit of free space. Christian won't get it. Mincy the pass down. It'll bounce out. Appa can't. Andy can. That beat 2. Andy now the other way. It'll roll up the back wall and now it'll bounce back down. Andy not able to get there and Hallie will pop it up high. Still Christian waiting. Pass off the sidewall. Banged away by Halio. Appa now still following it down. Halio off the left. Looking for another touch. It'll bounce out. Mincy there. Tied again. It's Mincy again. It's felt like he's been their shooter. And he gets another now 2 for 2 in this game. We are once again level with over 3 minutes left to play. Mincy now following this one. Gets another drop down. It's blocked by Appa. Halio there. That's a great shot. And that's a lead. This time all earned. Hanoi have 3, and they take the lead. The redirect beats Christian and goes straight in. Mincy now another one over to the sidewalk. Christian will try to go, but Mincy's there. Pass down. Halio is backwards. He'll still go. He'll still get a shot. And it was still threatening. Was saved away though. Mincy now drop down. Stim pops it back up. Halio off the ceiling. Bouncing down. Blocked by Appa. The sidewall again. Halio trying to follow this one. It'll drop down. Christian trying to send it in. Off the right side now. Will try to force it forward. Stim the catch, dropping down 50 in front of the net, but blocked away. outside. Christian not able to get that read, and he's awkward. Stim removes him. Appa's there, though. He'll find Christian on the outlet pass. Now off corner. Appa diving. Mincy clears. Stim, 1v1. Goes high, can't get the dunk. And he forces it over to the side. Another one dribbled away. Andy pass in front. Christian 50 wide to the corner. See another one down the sideline. There's a shot, and that is just in again. Hat trick for Mincy again. And it's 4-2. Hanoi have a 2-goal lead. Their advantage continues to grow. Just like last game, they open up a multi-goal lead, but in this case, still a lot of time on the clock. At the same time, this one all earned. None of these 4 goals have been given. That definitely looks a lot better for Hanoi. Obviously, they'll take the win from game 1, but if you can earn it yourself, it feels a lot more replicable. This one's off the back wall. Halio trying to get it back away. Will get out to the side, and that buys time. Stim doing the same. Gets a big 50. That'll beat 2, but Andy has plenty of time, and he'll take control. Andy in the air. Going direct. Blocked by Halio. Down from the ceiling. Halio over to the right side. All 3 jump, and they get it away. Now Appa back down into his corner. It'll roll up. Get it back down. Mincy around the outside. Andy the catch. Looking for a flick. Gets it forward. Appa there, but the last touch is too far. Another clear made by Halio. More time off the clock. Final 45. And Mincy's adding on. He is 4 for 4. And it's 5-2. Hydras extend their lead again. The bouncing shot. He doesn't need to do too much, and he doesn't do too much. Takes what's given. And makes his team's lead 3. This one's too downfield. Stim trying to catch it back. Gets it over to the side. Mincy will play it forward again. Now cleared away. Appa trying to pop it back. Halio down into the corner. Christian waiting. Can't get there. Halio pass out. Mincy will call it a fake. Didn't want to ruin his shot percentage, so he chooses not to shoot. Has this one up to the back wall by Stim. No one there, but Mincy. 5 for 5. Playmaker for Stim. And the shooting, immaculate for Mincy. Just taps it in the right side. And it's now 6-2. He can say he's playing how he wants. He's in the right spots. As that one's just high by Christian. Appa is there, and he will get one back. Of course, 12 seconds to go. This one far away from being likely, but also not impossible. And that first one will help. So let's see how this kickoff goes. Need it to be almost right in. And that clear won't help. Appa first to go backwards. Can't get the double. Stim is there. How about another? Stim's first this game. But it's now 7-3. Hanoi ice game number 2. And they will be on match point. 5 seconds should be a formality. As the clock ticks down to 0 and the Hanoi Hydras take 2 straight. Not that much more that we can say that we didn't in the middle of it, as Halio and Stim are still close together, but Mincy is levels above. 5 for 5 and an assist. And one of his team's 2 saves. Mincy everywhere across the field in this game. As Hanoi just kind of outclassed them in that one. Of course, a lot of still life. I won't say a lot because, you know, match point is match point. But there is still life in the wave. We do have to point that out. Obviously, we saw in game 1 that they can take controlled leads. They can get advantages. But the problem is, even for them, they lost that game. Hanoi know they can come back, they can take advantage, and they can do what they did last game. So I think definitely bright sides to look at for St. Petersburg. And even looking at the team they're currently playing, this team has I believe the only reverse sweep on the season so far. So why can't they do it to them? But that, of course, a question yet to be answered. As this one cleared away, it'll get all the way downfield. Appa trying to shepherd it back. Now popping out from the back wall. Will get by one, looking for the reset. Does just fall to the floor. He won't get anything else. Halio now pinched over to the side. It'll bounce back out. Christian there, dunked by Mincy. Andy now off the corner. Mincy trying to catch it in. Now down off the ceiling again. Afraid of demos and the unfortunate bump on the spawn. As Stim will now double this one central. Christian a little awkward. But Mincy gets blocked away. Andy now downfield. Halio down from the ceiling again. Andy over to the right side. Mincy trying to get another clear forward. Christian dropping this one down. Halio around the outside. Can't get the 50 down. Now Stim looking for another shot. It's high off the crossbar. Mincy's there. Blocked away again. Now Christian trying to force it forward. It'll drop down. Played in front. Andy there. Another one cleared. Appa now off ceiling. Off the crossbar again. Mincy blocks it to the side. The defense holds for the Hydras as they look to push forward. Christian gets it over off the corner. Halio centers. Halio bumps. Mincy scores. Already a missed shot on this game, but 1 for 2 ain't bad as he gives Hanoi first blood for the first time this series. The Wave have struggled even when they've scored first. What about now? One rolls up the back wall. Halio trying to get it away. We drop down in front. Mincy trying to get it out again. Gets it forward. Christian now in the air. Looking for the reset. Shot by Andy. Saved by Halio. Stim pushes it to the side. Halio now another one out. Another long clear. Boy just trying to buy space. Get themselves out of the pressure. Response comes, they did have time to get ready for it, although it does get a little bit awkward as Halio is forced into a save. Now Andy into the corner, boost missed by Mincy, awkward center! Christian punishes! 1-1. Andy pops it forward, and Mincy, low boost, gets a bad touch. Not ideal, you could say. And Christian able to dive in and punish. So, as we've seen with Hanoi in previous games, that first goal lead will not last long. Before the Wave, you still gotta keep on going. Now you're only tied. Need to take the lead, need to get the win, need to get 3 wins. But of course, you go one step at a time. This one will bounce down again. Stim up towards ceiling, looking for the double down, but it's read out by Christian. Christian now down into the corner, looking for the play around, fakes out a couple, but it's 50'd away by Halio. Now Halio the pinch forward. Bounce around the corner. Andy bumped off it. Apple will try to take over. Mincy has control. Mincy will center. He'll fake, but it's cleared by Andy. Halio on it next. Down from the ceiling, looking for the pass across. Blocked by Christian. Now it's Mincy, blocked by Appa. Andy there, low shot. Appa lurking. It's wide, no read. And Hanoi clear the line again. 100 seconds to go. Mincy so threatening, but can't get an angle as he ran out of boost. Halio now 50 back away. Following it back. Mincy gets it up the back wall. Dropping it down. Mincy in the air. Gets it towards net. It'll bounce down away. No one on that. Sim off back wall. Halio no power. That one probably should have been in. But Halio not able to get enough on it. As now Andy on the other end. Double down. Blocked away, and Mincy a good follow. It's open. This time Halio scores. 2-1. Hanoi take the lead. 67-69. seconds left to go. Now Andy will find himself in control. Mincy will win it forward. Caught over to the side. Christian dropping it in. Stim will pop it away. Appa now dropping it down again. Andy down off the sidewall. Mincy will try to pop it forward. Catch, dribble. Off the corner. Mincy can't. Now Stim on it. Trying to pop it up. Getting the catch. Hanoi just need time. Of course, a 1-goal lead far from safe, but it'll work if they can hold on to it. Down into the corner. Appa trying to stay with it. Pinched around by Halio. That'll beat them all. Christian will recover quickly, though, and he'll now be the one to push it forward. Down into the corner. Halio makes another block. He'll jump up. He'll beat them all again. Sim trying to wait under it. That one played wide. It'll bounce back out. Mincy up in the air. Puts it off the back wall where Appa will catch. Appa now trying to get it away, but it's Halio right back in. Final 10 seconds. St. Petersburg need to go full field, but they're making their way now. Down into the corner. It bounces out. It's blocked. Hydras take it in 3 games. Game 1 felt like it was all wave, but they don't pull out the win, and they don't take any after. This one probably up there as being the closest in the series. But of course, a win is a win. And the Hydras sure won on the day. Now, I'll ask about an interview. As always, we're not sure if we'll get Halio to talk, but we'll see that we can usually bet on the rest of the team. And, I mean, what a result. I mean, I said I could see Wave sweeping. I could see it being a close game and an upset. But I think Hanoi are definitely good enough to take a game. That was my take. Instead, despite being iced, Hanoi come out strong, and they pretty much dominate their way to a sweep. But either way, we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we're back with Hanoi. You know, I might have expected a close series, but not a sweep. How does it feel to be 3-1?
Oh, Verm's unmuted. Is Verm going to talk for this interview?
Wait, we lost a game?
No.
Yeah, we didn't drop a game.
He meant 3-1 overall.
Yeah,
on the season,
yeah.
on the season. Yeah.
My fault.
Wait, I saw a mic move.
Whoa.
Oh
Whoa.
my goodness, he's alive.
He exists.
It
does feel pretty good to win because
there you go.
They are the team that I had going undefeated. So
true. Them and the Scallops, and currently it's just Round Rock who are undefeated.
Oh
yeah, that didn't go well.
Verm, just you wait. Hold on, I gotta go find that message.
I mean, it's just what I said. Things happen. Games get crazy, so you know. I will go to Mincy. What was this series? Especially game 2. You were 5 for 5. What is going on?
Honestly, I really don't know what happened. I played a collegiate series before this, and I shot 0 for 12 in a 3-0 sweep of that. So
Fantastic.
I couldn't score to save my life, and then I couldn't not miss this one. So it's definitely interesting. I don't really know what happened.
I think.
To be fair, half my goals were tapping passes from my teammates, so
I mean, you were there.
That was pretty cool.
You know?
That is true. I was there.
Looking at your guys' schedule, it looks like you guys play Houston. Nope. You guys play Miami next week. How do you feel looking forward to that one? Another win?
Isn't Miami Stewie's team so Scythe?
Yes. Scythe,
Justin, and KX.
Yes.
I feel like that's a solid team. I mean, I think that was the first scrim we ever did. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. It didn't start out too well.
No, it did not. We might have taken belt ass from that team in the first ever scrim we did together. That was a fun one.
That's how that goes.
Yep.
And then maybe just to Halio. You had this team going undefeated. Since you beat them, are you winning out the rest of the way or what?
Well, I am known for downing my team,
Fair. You have bet
so like
against them.
I'm gonna say we lose like about 3 more series total.
Gotcha. You heard it here first. Out of 7, they will lose 3. He expects a 4-3 finish. Fair enough.
We like to stay realistic on this team.
And then you can beat
We're
your
not
expectations.
optimists. We're not optimists here.
Fair. Good mindset to have. Well, I mean, congratulations on a big win, and good luck next week.
Thank you, doggo.
All right. I mean, you hear it. Being realistic, I think with a result like this, they should probably win more than 4 of the next 7. But hey, I think they have a tough schedule. I mean, you look through it. They still play Round Rock. They still play Steinhatchee. They still play Houston. Obviously, they have Havana, Kyoto, OKC, which should be 3 wins. But then of those 4, do they win 2 or more? That would be, if they take one of those 4 games. Or wait. I guess you would probably have Miami, Havana, Kyoto, OKC as the 4 games they should be expected to win. Now, especially against Miami, there's some room for error there because Miami have played well. And who knows? They play OKC week 11. OKC haven't looked bad. Trades could happen for the next 4 weeks. So it's really hard to look forward. But you can look at those as probably their expected wins. And then it's just, do they take down one of those teams? So I would expect them to go better than 4-3. But I mean, you hear them say it's realistic. Then if you do better, great. Either way, though, that should do it for tonight. Bit of a quick one. Of course, stream goes for quite a while because of that wait time before getting into it, but game not the same. As I said at the beginning of the stream, we do not have any games scheduled for tomorrow. However, we will be back Thursday with 4 games scheduled. So that should be a fun night. You won't want to miss that. Make sure you tune back in then. But that does it for tonight. Your final score one last time. Hanoi Hydras 3, St. Petersburg nothing, and the Hydras jump ahead of the tie.